Good day. This is Suraj Singh, Faridabad, NCR, Bharat, Haryana. I want to discuss about elections 2014, which are going to be held for MP Lok Sabha elections. In 2014, BJP came to power, through the country, and it had issued one manifesto, which I am going to discuss. The titles in that manifesto were, this slide I'll just read for information. It was a pledge, our pledge, Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat, vibrant and participatory democracy, empowered and inspired people, inclusive and sustainable development, quality life in villages and cities, basic amenities to all, flourishing agriculture, product, productive youth, involved women, robust physical and social infrastructure, innovative and technologically driven society, globally competitive economy, brand India built on quality, strong, effective, and futuristic institutions, open, transparent, and system based government, proactive, pro people, good governance, to build a modern India. Best foundation is our own culture, best tool our own hands, and best material our own aspirations. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. This was issued in March 2014, and it is in fact our responsibility and duty as voters of this country to ensure that measurement of performance is very important in management, and whatever government comes to power, it has to manage and govern. Now, what they have done is, just by speaking we don't know, just by hearing we don't know, just by listening we don't know, and just by watching TV we don't know, and just what ministers are telling we don't know. We have to ensure ourselves, we have to verify and support ourselves with results they have achieved. These were main headlines, head points that I have just narrated, but we have to see what achievement, what percentage of achievements they have achieved during last 5 years, say. Have we achieved those points? Have they achieved? If BJP has achieved those points under leadership of Honorable PM Dr. Modi, we will give pass marks. And if they have not achieved, they should explain, which they have not done yet. They have not given their performance report, which is a must in a professional way. I am a professional and I am talking to professionals and to other public, and I understand and I think that it is a voter's duty to see that at least 50% work must have been done. If it is not done, government is failed. Must be declared failed because it is not 33% marks. 50% minimum, because we have to give another time. If they pass 50%, question is how much they achieved. Let us say one by one. Number one is Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. Well, this is, you can say, title. This is nothing. We cannot consider it as a program or something like that. It's already Bharat is there, so there's not anything special. Vibrant and participatory democracy. Democracy in our country has always been vibrant, and it has been participatory since 1915. So there is no question for discussion. This was just a showcase. Empowered and inspired people. Our people all have been empowered with education, with health, to some extent, with can say work. There was enough work in past, and inspired people. We are all inspired. We are inspired to live good. We are inspired to have houses. We are inspired to see that our country moves fast. And our children get good education, good health, and they move. They get some money. They build our country. They build world. So this is another decision. This is also same thing. Nothing very specific in this. And this inclusive and sustainable development. Inclusive. Inclusive means what? Here inclusive. They have given another details further, but I will not go through that because you can download yourself. This is available on BJP website. It's BJP. You can go there, and election manifesto is available. You can download that and read yourself. I don't have much time for that one. I just want to briefly you could hear inclusive and sustainable development. Development should be sustainable. Sustainable means what? I don't know what do they mean by sustainable, but I understand sustainable is climatic sustainable. It should be pro climate, it should be pro environment, and it should be pro poor, and it should be pro middle class, and it should not be pro rich. If by development, if fruit reaches the lowest class of people, middle class of people, it can be called sustainable development, keeping in view that environment is not damaged, nature is not damaged. That's called sustainable development. It meets the requirement of future, and our resources shall not deplete, shall not exhaust, and continue to meet future requirements. That is what is called sustainable development in engineering terms. Now, inclusive means inclusive society, inclusive all class of people who need development. I understand is that one. So, how much they achieve, we know they have not achieved anything. Development is not gone further. This other hand go down because economy is down, so development is down. If economy is up, development is up. So, at this point, we use them zero. Till now, they have not achieved anything. Quality life in villages and cities. What quality of life they have achieved in cities and villages? In cities, it is all pollution, it's all garbage everywhere. People are not sensible. Traffic is not sensible. Pollution is every day augmenting its percentages. Air is being polluted, and people are not helping each other. People are not disciplined. In villages too, same thing happens. No drinking water in every village, no electricity in every village. People are not very happy. They are running towards cities. When they run towards cities, to metropolitan, this means they are not happy. So, what quality is there? Nobody can explain. Quality of life in villages and cities doesn't attract any mark. Basic amenities to all basic amenities. Yes, basic amenities means infrastructures, minus, for example, water supply, sewerage, access roads, service roads, and supply of electricity to maximum number of hours, education, health. If these are not available, these are not accessible to all people, then what's achievement? You know very well what I'm talking of. Have they achieved this? Basic amenities. Roti, kapda, and makan. Is it? No. So what marks can you go? I don't think any marks are considered. Situation remains same as it was in 2014. Then flourishing agriculture. Really? Is it? We were agricultural based country, but now we are not. We are not agricultural based countries. We are services based countries, and we have also lost industrial base. So you know very well what we have achieved in agriculture. We are losing agriculture. Farmers are committing suicides. Agriculture is not happy. They are not getting good price. So you can say we cannot manage agriculture if there is flood or there is famine. What's in that case? You can say there is no flourishing agriculture. Now productive youth. Productive youth means what? What they are producing? First of all, if you consider, youth are producing white collars. They are producing management people. They are producing engineers who are not fit, who are not suitable for jobs in industry. They are producing CAs. They are producing lawyers. They are producing all those. Are they helping this country? Are they giving some productive work? Are our industries multiplying? Are our factories multiplying? So where we are, economy is down as everything is down. So are our youths equipped with resources to move this country? Our youth are not available to work by hands. People, even engineers, they are not interested in working engineering. Only IT people are interested in computer people are interested. That's all. You can say in that case, youth are unemployed. How can they produce? There are no jobs. Even PhDs are applying for PM job. What must be negative mark in this? Involved women. Yes, involved women. Where is involved? First of all, before as well. Women are not involved everywhere. First, women status remains same except that they are being criminalized or they are being raped. Women are not constructive. They also want good job, office job, white collar job. They want to get married, and that's all. And they want to keep maids. They cannot work themselves like that both. So both are in the same. And so yes, women are not getting any reservation in parliament. 33% that was devised. This government has done nothing in that. So how can we say that parliament? Panchayat participant was before. So there's no additional achievement made during last 5 years. Robust physical and social infrastructure. There is nothing as such. But social infrastructure is broken actually. All societies are broken due to internet. There's no infrastructure left. Only, only, even people are not walking on footpath. They are not interacting with each other. There's no phone or meetings. There's not nothing. Only mobile, mobile, mobile. Robust physical. They just go to gymnasium. That's it. They don't take any physical care. People are getting sick every day. Many hospitalities are there. Many hospitalization is done. And insurance is there. Everybody cannot afford insurance. Innovative technological developed society. There is no innovation, in fact, and technology has dropped. International levels are higher than ours. We are not caring about that. Education is very bad in technology. There's no question to argue on that. Globally competitive economy. Our economy is not at all globally competitive. We are dropping. Our rupee has fallen to 70 or more, and dollar is up. Even euro is up. Everything is up. What economy in that case? Brand India built on quality. Actually, there is no brand India. It's all talk. India, what is brand India? There's no brand India. They are importing everything. They are importing. We are even depending on Chinese, and there's no brand India except brand politician in India. Quality is no quality. People don't know meaning of quality. Quality means quality should be for materials production, quality should be machine production, quality should be system production. There's no quality at all. Quality means ISO 9000, 2015 for example. There are so many sixes made also there. There's no use. We are not quality compliant. We are just cheating ourselves. We are not complying with quality. We don't understand quality. Our people don't understand at all. They want certification. They just want badges and nothing else. That's more than futuristic institutions, strong, effective, and futuristic institutions. We are talking about institutions, but they are damaging institutions. All institutions will be damaged. Educational institutions, and social institutions, and judicial institutions, and executive institutions all have been damaged, dented actually. No respect left for them. They are floating all as people on these institutions. So this is not they are not professionals. Professionals must manage institutions, but nothing has been done. So you can see there's a loss in the institutions management. So it's a negative. Open, transparent, and systems-based government. What transparency? They don't understand the meaning of transparency. Means there is no transparency, there is no professionalism, there is nothing. Proactive, pro people, good governance. You know how good governance it is. There's no government actually. There's no proaction. Nobody initiates anything. They want only orders. Until our Prime Minister orders, they do nothing. Pro people, they are not pro people at all. This is just what we're telling only. Good governance, you know what. So build a modern India. We are modern. We were modern before, but we are talking of Mahabharata, Ramayana. We are talking of cows. We are talking of Kumbh Mela, and we are talking of Sanskrit, and all those. We are not talking of education, English, mathematics, science, physics, chemistry. We are not talking about this. We are talking of ancient technology, which we don't know. We are not aware of. The best tool at the Prime Minister's hand is Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas. And what Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas is there? BJP has only done development of its own, and they have not done anything good for others, for public. This is what I'm saying. Jesse, this is what I said. That means if you understood what I say, they have not done anything for nation except talking. You see, our PM talks lengthy. He talks about 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours. You think talking is okay. If you want to tell something, you can tell in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour maximum. Even at from Bradford and 15 August, he talks only a half hour. Why he wants to talk this much? Talking is not management. Doing is management. It's smart work, they call it. Smart work means if you keep talking for hours and hours, this means you don't know. You don't know anything. You don't understand economy, you don't understand management, you don't understand science, you don't understand maths, you don't understand anything. Your mind should work, not your tongue. People don't want to listen. They have been listening for the last 20 years. I don't listen to anything. I just want to say us. Your manifesto has not been used, in fact. In other these manifestos, you are doing many claims, for example, which we should not consider that was this that 15 lakhs to each account, which means I think is nonsense because even if money comes from outside, which is impossible, 200 crore accounts for each account to go 15 lakhs. a month. Similarly, 2 crore jobs. Yes, jobs is a possibility. It was a possibility. If RLP had managed properly, he could provide. He ignored real estate, he ignored industrializations. He depended upon foreign direct investment, which didn't work well. We could work well, but it did not work well. So if foreign direct investment failed, you should have investment your own money. You did not promote industry, you did not promote real estate, you did not promote a small scale. So when it dropped, failed. See, roti, kapda, and makan, food, house, and clothes are requirement of life. And if jobs are big, 2 crore job per year is not very big consideration. It could be done if we had, say, with 10 lakhs fleet, if he could manage sell by government by opening a department, pulling out from the clutches of this industry and this promoters, he could manage this. He could probably lakhs crores and jobs. People could take loans from banks to buy those flats. He could complete 30-40% remaining activities on those flats, but he did not care about this, and nobody advised him. There are so many ministers; they are doing nothing. They have been consulted. Only PM is everything, and that caused a problem in the country. There's one, well, he says I have developed this and this, and those bhakts are saying, but in fact, eyes cannot see, mind cannot understand, and when sun rises, there's no need to tell this. Sun is seen to all, so there's no development. There's no good educational development, there's no industrial development, there's no health development. So if you want health, a poor man or a middle class man, if I want 10 lakhs in insurance for medical claim, I have to pay 25,000 to 30,000 depending on various conditions in that contract of medical claim. If suppose I say 25 to 30,000 means I have to spend 2,500 to 3,000 per month. And do you think that a poor man or a lower middle class man or a middle class man can afford that amount? Yes, if he's a crorepati, he can do it. I am an engineer, but I can't afford for me. I can afford my sister. I am doing that, but for me, I cannot afford 3,000 monthly. And that will fetch me only 70% claim, not 30%. Even then, I have to pay from my own pocket. So health is also, if you go to any hospital, so go to, so, for example, Apollo, or go to some other private max. If you are admitted for 10 days, you have to pay 25 lakhs, 20 lakhs, about 1 lakh ventilator charges. So what poor guy could do if he's sick? If you go to government hospital, municipality hospital, you see rush, you see long queue. It's really tragic. There is no hospital, good hospital, no medical facility available in like both in cities as well as in villages. So food is very expensive. Everybody cannot afford that. Food and the problem health. I told you, and house. He promised I will be house of 2,000, but that's all dream. Dreams never come true. He just speaks only, and a person who speaks only is cannot be called leaders. One should deliver results. One should think of what doing and not for speaking. Speaking doesn't value until it is delivered. We should be